The families of those who died in the Pike River disaster have hailed today a moral victory after 4 political parties signed a commitment to re-enter the West Coast mine. Labour, the Greens, United Future and the Maori Party signed the agreement with the families of the Pike River victims who want the mine drift investigated to see if any remains can be recovered and to search for evidence. All parties in Parliament, barring National Enact, are now backing a re-entry, at least of the drift. Here's our political reporter, Craig McCulloch.
An emotional triumph for the Pike River families, for Anna Osborne clasping a photo of her late husband, Milton.
This is my husband who went to work that day and didn't come home, and there's been no justice, there's been no accountability. This is history in the making. The fight that we thought was over a few years ago has now reignited.
Almost a year ago, she and Sonia Rockhouse set up camp near the mine, protesting the government's refusal to send people inside. Today, then, Bernie Monk says, is an historic occasion.
Our experts overseas, which are renowned, know that this job can be done. We want our men home. You know that it can be done, and we're going to make it happen.
Labour's leader Jacinda Ardern's making Pike River a priority. She says if elected Prime Minister, she'll immediately move to set up an agency to take over responsibility for the mine from Solid Energy. The agency will devise a plan to fully stabilise the drift by the end of 2018. Whatever the cost.
The members of the public would expect us to do everything within our power. Of course we're going to act responsibly, safety is top of mind, but I don't think you cannot put a price on someone's life and their ability and their family members' ability to have closure.
United Future's leader Peter Dunn is one of the last to come to the table. He initially thought nothing more could be done, but has since changed his mind. He says he's become increasingly uneasy as new information's emerged.
For me, it's been quite a difficult journey. It pales in comparison, though, to the journey the families have been through. And I cannot imagine for one moment 7 years of anguish, uncertainty, grief, and a sense that no closure has been able to be achieved.
The Greens and the Maori Party also added their signatures to the commitment, but New Zealand First's leader Winston Peters isn't signing, even though he's previously pledged to re-enter the mine, even volunteering to go on himself. He says the families deserve better than a stunt.
We just need political commitment, and I gave mine a long time ago to the people in Pike River down on the west coast. Back then, the Labour Party was promising a review, remember? And I don't like seeing people using death and misery for political reasons.
The National-led government's committed to unmanned entry of the mine with robots, but the minister responsible, Nick Smith, says it won't put more people at risk.
No amount of political statements in a pre-election period change the fundamental fact, and that is that getting men into the drift has been deemed by a thorough examination to be unsafe.
Dr Smith hopes the unmanned entry will be complete by Christmas. He says Solid Energy is due to wind up in the middle of March next year, at which point the mine's set to be transferred to the Conservation Department to become part of a national park. From Parliament for Checkpoint, Craig McCulloch.